go. We're on. We're back in the studio. Gotta get up.
Oh my God, the chairs are so comfy.
Oh man, I never realized how much I love this recliner.
Like the little nook thing was so cramped. At least the little seating area that we were in for the first half was okay, but these chairs, oh baby,
Glorious.
Oh, I mean, we may go full horizontal at some point.
It could happen. It very well could happen.
Welcome to the Whiskey and Wine Podcast. I'm Alex.
I'm Big Mike.
Welcome back to the studio. We've got more whiskey to try, and we are super energetic. Super energetic.
Yay.
We're watching a little golf right now and enjoying some of these guys who are absolute monsters at this game try to hit out of some of these bunkers, and it is super rewarding for us.
Yeah, I've never felt so just powerful knowing when they make shots like I normally make it deep in the woods.
Right.
In the middle of the fucking sand. I'm like, I know how to get out of there.
Hey, you got a tree root in front of you there? I've had that shot before.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a dead squirrel? Yeah. I've run into that one before.
Bunch of wussies.
How do you get up and over the bench on the side of another tee box? Yeah, that's a hard shot. Now we're talking mini golf stuff.
Yeah. They don't understand.
No. I think what would make this more fun is if they had to recover from shitty shots from normal golfers. Like,
exactly.
Show us how really good you are. Like, all right, we're gonna put you 1 foot in the water, and the other foot is on the bank, and you've got to try and make it out of here.
Yeah, anyone can just fucking hit it off the fairway, you loser.
Tee box to fairway to green. Yeah, fuck. Yeah. That makes it too easy, guys.
Way too easy. Try tee box off a guy's elbow. You have to give up a signed glove, then find your ball, and then hit it. Now you're in the woods on a tree root.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I want you to scull it across the green.
Yep.
Like, go for that easy chip and just watch it hit the very front of your club and just go 40 yards past on the other side.
That's real golf.
Yep. When you're having to really count how many strokes you had on a hole, not just like, oh, that was a birdie or oh, that was a bogey. No, like 8, 9. Does that one count there where I nudged it a little bit? No, we're not going to count it. All right, so it's a 10 then.
The one that I accidentally drove over with the golf cart, and then I had to dig it out because it went 5 inches in the earth. We're not counting that, are we?
No, we don't count that. Well, this week we're trying something that I brought back from Walla Walla.
Oh, yeah, the old Walla Walla trip.
So we went to a good number of wineries while we were up there. Had a great time, signed up for some fun things, and while we were at one of them, Brown, Browne winery, they had a choice. You could do a wine tasting or a whiskey tasting, and so they have recently started doing whiskey out of a place up in Washington. I think they bought out an old distillery and they're using their equipment, but they've started doing their own thing. So this one is their reserve bourbon whiskey. It's aged a minimum of 4 years, and it is a 90 proof. So it's, not something that you really see in a liquor store around here, but it's available around, and you can order it off their website, et cetera, et cetera.
Have you had this one? I wasn't even paying attention when you poured it.
Yeah,
so you had it there?
Yeah, so we did, the guys all did the whiskey tasting, and some of the ladies did the whiskey tasting as well while we were up there, and because I think it was one of the last wineries that we were doing, and so kind of wined out at that point. And so we all tried it, and they had a few different ones, and I also picked up, they have a bourbon maple syrup that they do.
Ooh.
And so I picked that up as well. And so out of all the ones that we tried, this was the best one. So we'll see how she does on our little scale.
All right. Well, shit. Here, let me get that.
Look at that. Real noise with real glass.
We're not drinking out of a plastic bottle today.
Yeah, this can actually this can actually open up or age a little, or we can try it in the whiskey grills again. We've got all the options available to us. We got spoiled doing all these episodes in the studio and then having to cram one in at a fucking convention center.
Yeah, man, I'm glad that one is over. Like I said, not my favorite location.
Nope.
Don't mind. I love the dance comps, right?
Yeah.
Hang out with all the dads, fantasy football groups, been together for a long ass time. Certain locations I feel like we like and we prefer a little more.
Yep.
Vancouver Hilton.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the options. So yeah, no, I never realized, because we used to do so many more at the convention center. I never realized just how limited you are over there.
Yeah.
All the crazies. I mean, hell, you had crazy experiences happen to you when you were going to get food with the whole lighter episode. But I mean, I don't know if the kids mind so much, because the kids, they always still get what they need, right? The Red Robins, I don't know how many times that we've been Red Robin and Burgerville picking them up food. They like that stuff. But and the Dutch Brothers is right there. The kids are sucking down those cups of diabetes all day long.
Fucking $50 worth of goddamn Dutch Brothers all weekend.
But for the parents, there's just not a lot around there, right? They have the one bar that we spend on most of our time at, and there's really, unless you're door dashing some food in,
you got no options.
There's just not a lot of options.
No.
And if you have a big break, I mean, the east side of town is cool. There are breweries, there are distilleries. The problem, though,
fucking parking.
it's just, once you get a spot, the last thing I want to do is get the car out from underground or street parking.
Yep.
Go drive somewhere. Now you're starting from square one. You have to find a parking spot.
Yep.
Sure, you could go get some good food or go to a cool brewery or distillery, but then you got to pack it up again, drive back to the convention center, start the whole parking process all over again, and then it's just, I don't know.
It's just so much. Like, if it was walkable, that's one thing. If it's like, all right, we're going to walk 4 blocks, and we're going to go find a cool bar or a cool restaurant with good food. We've got, 3 hours. Let's go hit this and do this. Like, that's great. That's what, Smoke and Oak and Lewitt and, the breakfast shops up in Vancouver are great for.
Dude, and you have a little bit of everything. There's a Thai restaurant. There's the, Little Conejo, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Kate found that new pokey and span musubi shop. So, like, I feel like you have so many options all within, I think, literally probably the Thai is the farthest walk, but you could still cut through the park, and it still only takes you, 5 minutes from the Hilton?
Yeah.
So you literally have 20 options.
Yeah.
And everyone's happy. Plus, when the weather's nice, they got the farmer's market going on down there, and I'm not the biggest farmer's market kind of guy.
But it's a decent one.
Dude, the Couve one is fun, man. Especially on a nice day. They got food, they got drinks, they got other, random stuff. Go get some produce, go get some flowers. I really prefer that one.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, a little sad that won't be up there for another year doing Smoke and Oak. Kate and I, every once in a while, we'll get the wild hair up our ass to go see our friends at Lewitt or go get some brisket nachos. But it's so far out of my everyday bubble.
Yep. We're so lazy when it like oh fuck, I want to go out to dinner. Well, we could go down to Newburgh. Oh, that's such a far drive. Like, really? Am I just expecting it to just pop up in my cul-de-sac?
Oh, it is funny. During the week, I'm just my bubble is small.
Yes. Well, mainly because do you really want to expend that kind of energy? Yeah. See, here we go. Yeah. How's that? Does that suck with all that pine straw in your way and
that big ass root
Yeah.
foot and a half behind you.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. See, you knocked it out of there, but you're not on the green. Yeah, no, it's...
They should these guys, these professional golfers should have their caddy and then a normal golfer just for those shots. Hey, Alex,
Yeah.
how do I get my ball off the root and the pine needles
All right, so
without damaging my equipment or my wrists?
So-
Oh, well, let me tell you.
what you're going to do is you're going to set up like you're going to go right at the flag, but you're going to pull your shoulder really hard. And it's going to come across the ball weird, and it's going to start soaring hard to the right. And then it's going to wedge itself in a tree, but then the wind will pick up, and
Yep.
it'll shake it free, and then you've got another tree shot, but you're only 15 yards from the green there.
Yeah.
So use those trees as a nice backstop.
Yeah. You got to try to pinball them sometimes off the like the Happy Gilmore shot.
Shouldn't I try and put some backspin on this and something? Backspin. Backspin.
That's a thing?
That's not a thing. Now you're just talking crazy. Nobody knows how to do that. Come on.
Oh, man.
Ball limps forward and you write down a double-digit number. That's what golf is.
Yeah, you're not doing the game right if you don't have double-digit numbers on your scorecard.
The old joke, why is it called golf? Because fuck was taken. Oh.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
This feels good, see?
Mm-hmm.
Got the mic, got the bourbon, got the golf. You're reclined, I'm reclined.
Mm-hmm.
Got the new
Oh yeah, the puppy.
we got the new first time meeting, the new addition to Casa de Martin up here.
Yeah, he's been on social a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll post a little bit more because he gets a lot of attention, more than I think we get. But yeah, Kaha Louie, or we just call him Louie or Lou. He's 10 weeks old now, little golden retriever. He's land shark right now. That's the mode he's in. So, he's got his little chew toy over there to keep him busy and from chewing everything up.
Yep.
Including us, because there are times where he's just, like, I'm going to bite something, and you're close. So,
Congratulations.
Yep.
You're the winner.
So he's been doing okay. He sleeps mostly through the night. He's getting up a little early for us, but we'll get there. I mean, he's only 10 weeks old. He's eating 3 times a day. Mostly peeing outside. Sometimes, not so much, but we'll get there. We'll get there. It was a family decision to get another dog. My choice was to not get another dog and prepare for travel once the kids are both in college. Instead, now I have 2 dogs.
Well, yeah, we saw who won that one.
Yeah, no, I should have known better than to think that I had a chance at having any opinion on this. Oh, Scotty's going left again. Oh, short of the trap, though.
All right. Now, if that was my approach, so it would go from rough to sand to sand, sand over green,
Yep.
chip onto green,
Yep.
putt past hole.
You
know what? I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
I've never
And
once.
then good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Anything within 3 feet should just be good.
Oh,
for an amateur.
absolutely. If you get it within that 3-foot zone, then yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I agree. Ugh. So this is the brown whiskey, and we came home with a good number of bottles of wine from the trip. We had a great time. Some of us had a little bit more fun on Friday night than others, and had a little rougher Saturday than others.
Okay.
But and then we also learned one in Walla Walla they do have one of those, like, you need a banana bag IV places. They have one of those.
Okay.
However, we also learned, royal we, that if your blood pressure is a little too high, they won't do it. And vomiting several times is a way for you to have very high blood pressure. So, no IV, little bit of an anti-nausea pill and a nap. That worked.
That worked?
Yeah, nap. Ready to go for dinner that night and games and everything else. Lovely little place. However, mental note, Airbnb, if it says it's a shared space, they fucking mean it.
Oh, shit. Did you have one of those?
Yeah, so it was an A, B, and C unit. And we apparently had rented A and B, and C was available, so somebody rented C, which is a connected bedroom in the basement. The person who rents C just gets the downstairs, like, little patio area, and the whole upstairs patio, hot tub, grill area, all of that stuff is for us.
Okay.
But it was still a little weird to, like, wake up in the morning and step out the back door and see George there smoking his cigarette, having a cup of coffee. Like if I'm staying in a hotel and I'm walking around the hotel, I expect to run into people. If I'm in a fenced backyard, not really something I was expecting. Like, we were fucking checking in at 4-something or 5-something on Friday night, and somebody comes upstairs and they're like, "There's a dude down there." What do you mean there's a dude down there? There's a dude down there that says he's renting that other section, and he's down there smoking cigarettes. Like, oh, fuck. So it was a frantic call and everything else to the owners, and then they explained we did not read the instructions very well.
Okay.
Yeah, so lesson learned.
So you guys had a new friend, George.
Yeah, lovely guy. He was up in Walla Walla for his grandkid's first birthday or something like that. You know, barely ever saw the guy, but it was just a little weird to have to share a space. And then as we're leaving, we get a note from the owner. Apparently, you guys were very loud last night until 3 a.m. Like, no, we don't do 3 a.m. I think 11 o'clock was as late as we were up, and then we were all comatose. So
yeah, you had bad intel.
Yeah, no, we're definitely not up at 3 a.m. So if he heard something at 3 a.m., it was probably a toilet flushing. Since you're having us share space with somebody else.
Man. See, that pisses me off.
What, the nice little chip over the bunker onto
Yes.
the green rolls to a stop 5 feet?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would have got there, like I said, in 4 to 5 shots.
Yeah. I mean, there are some clubs out there that I've looked and thought, like, I wonder, since I don't keep a handicap, could I just use that one that uses the, like, the 22 shot?
I was just going to say, that little 20, I'm buying that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's going to scare a few people here and there, but I know I won't slice it. I'll go exactly that direction, exactly as far as physics will let it, every time.
Dude, I have my driver is so loud that I currently have. It's an old school Nike Sasquatch driver.
Wow, that is old school.
And the ping that it makes, it might as well be a 22. Like, it actually, the 22 club might actually be quieter than the Sasquatch that I have.
Bing!
Yeah, no, seriously. I mean, love it.
It's kind of satisfying.
Oh, it totally is. It used to be my father-in-law's club, and he hated it just for the noise that it made. So it was one of those, here, you can have it, Mike. And then I hit it, and I was like, now I know why I got it.
Uh-huh.
It's like a fucking foghorn. Every time. I hit it, guys. Not a good shot, but I still hit it. And there's no need to yell 4 afterwards because that some bitch is so loud, people just start looking.
Yeah.
What was that?
Is that the pin coming out of a grenade? I don't know. That sounds weird. I'm worried. bunch of people just on the ground holding their heads.
Yep.
Oh. No, I mean, I think the first golf clubs I had were 1963 Jack Burke Specials. Apparently Jack Burke was a big-time golfer back in that era. They were woods with a metal center line piece that was like screwed into the face of the woods.
Yeah.
And I mean, you couldn't slice if you tried with this thing. Like it just didn't have the get up and go to really like rip a ball right or left. But you also were not going to drive the ball over 200 yards, like ever. You could
definitely
swing,
had its limitations.
Yeah, you could swing as hard as you want, but that soft metal with the wood behind it was more like hitting it with a croquet mallet than anything. Like I should have just been putting with the fucking thing.
Seriously. Freaking golf.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
Yeah.
All at the same time.
Great way to spend 4 or 5 hours. But also a really frustrating way to spend 4 or 5 hours. And nobody's paying me to do it. I'm paying to go do that bullshit.
Yeah, it's a complete different.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they're looking for some amateur fuck-arounds, for ESPN 8 the Ocho or something like that.
Yeah, no, they need to because they have fucking cornhole leagues, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's sponsored by Bush Baked Beans and Pabst Blue Ribbon. They got all this other random sports things, right?
You want to know what we watched last night? Slippery Stairs competition.
What?
So they build this set of like really wide stairs, and they put a little bit of foam and then vinyl on it, and there are literally just a fucking drum of lube at the top of the stairs. That they have soaked the whole thing down with. And so you have like the men's competition, women's competition, girls and boys competitions. And it's like the first 10 stairs, then a little like a little landing, and then the next set is 10 stairs, and then you ring the bell if you're first up there.
Damn.
At first, we were like, all right, we're going to watch this because it's like ESPN 8 the Ocho weekend or something like that. Like, it's all the silly competitions. It was way more entertaining than I thought. Like, way more entertaining. Both the kids and the adults. Like, with the kids, eventually you see them like they're tiring because they keep slipping down and then they got to go back up. And so they're like, can we just be done? Nope, we need 3 finishers and there's only 2 up there. And these kids are like, fuck. All right, fine. One of them makes it up. But with the adults, they let the kids stand on the side with like beach balls and squirt guns full of lube and everything else. And so these kids are on the side just trying to knock down the adults. Oh man, it was way more entertaining than it should have been.
I'm liking the squirt guns with lube.
Yeah.
Sounds a little bit like a Diddy's party, but
I mean that was the line that we used last night was I wonder if this sport only exists to use all the extra Diddy lube.
Oh man,
that they confiscated. The government just sold it,
dude. And Johnson & Johnson must be sweating bullets right now. They were selling pallets to the guy, right?
We're never gonna make quota this year.
They're like, shit, yeah. Our fucking fourth quarter of last year to first quarter this year, numbers are down.
We need something. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to sponsor Slippery Stairs.
Seriously.
Competitions, and we're just going to hold them all over the country, and we'll just ship a pallet to each one of these competitions.
Oh, God, that's so freaking funny.
Oh, my God, it was awesome.
Man, I'm feeling good about myself right now. The last, 5 or 6 drives, I feel like no one's hit a fairway.
Yeah.
This is actually...
We've got, the number 1 golfer in the world here who's been in the rough the last 3 holes off his drive, so I'm all right with this.
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm almost PGA material right now. From what I'm watching.
Now, for the weekend, he's 10 under. So, not necessarily like likely that we're going to ever see that number. I mean, unless it's betting odds that we'll ever like it's like plus 1,000 for us to ever make a PGA event, but yeah, no, I'm enjoying them suffering a little bit.
I love it. It makes the average golfer feel good. And then you see that follow-up shot, pricks. It's all right. I'll let you have it. I have my secret weapon right there. That's the, oh, shit, is that a bear? And you have everyone look over there, and you either dust off your foot wedge or you just kind of lob it right out of the sand.
Yep. What was that video?
Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Oh, look at this guy.
Oh, it's all the way back here. It's over here, sir. That's the other thing is, like, if they have a shit shot and it goes off to the side, either one, it's going to bounce off one of these buildings, or two, at least you've got like 50 people standing there going, it's right over here, as opposed to us going, I'm pretty sure it was going right, but I don't know where it landed over here.
Yeah, no doubt. I love it. Oh, man.
What is it called? Schadenfreude? Enjoying the suffering of others?
Yep.
Yeah, that's like, here's good old Bryson.
Yeah, see? It's human nature. You want to see people do good. You also want to see them do bad at times.
Uh-huh. Oh, see, that was a good shot. Oh, no, he's rolling back into the drain.
My luck, see, I'd roll right into that sand trap that was over there.
Yeah, no, see, he gets the pro roll.
I would have found the one fucking sprinkler head that it would have bounced off, or a pebble.
And shot right into the water.
Yep.
All right, should we take a little break real quick?
Yeah, I just realized that the beer's staring at me that I brought over here.
Yeah, we should.
I got to crack that too to get all lubed up and taste that collaboration. So, all right, bathroom break it is.
All right.
The Whiskey and Wine podcast is brought to you by Tapforia, Tigard, Oregon's first growler tap house. Founded in 2014, Tapforia has 28 taps, including beer, wine, cider, seltzer, and kombucha. Did you know that they are a bottle shop as well now? Stop in for a pint, glass, growler, or a 4, 6, or 12-pack of the latest and greatest offerings of our local breweries. Located on Highway 99W in Tigard. Visit tapforia.com and follow them on social media to see what they have on tap each day. Tapforia, craft beer and wines.
Oh, back at it. See? Good break. We got so much done. I feel so productive. Bathroom break for puppy.
Yep. You did a little tech help for your mom.
Yep, tech help, cracked a beer. Back in the recliner with whiskey and IPA now. So it was a good little break. Don't you fall asleep on me over there, Martin. I'll forget to save it, and bad shit will happen.
Dude, it's gonna be that afternoon. Like, all I can hope is that, like, I can just keep the puppy awake long enough that he wants to take a nap, so that I can take a nap.
There you go.
Because if you just leave the puppy to his own devices, inevitably something gets chewed, something gets peed on. He's pulling cushions off of the couch or some shit like that. They are adorable for a reason.
Yep.
Because if they weren't adorable, he would have been punted into the forest already with some of the shit that he's done. Like, motherfucker.
Well, yeah. Sometimes you just gotta punt them.
Same with babies.
Oh, goodness gracious. You missed it yesterday, so I had to do the first rehearsal for the dancer.
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
Dad and dancer.
Well, yeah, they're not. They have some new word, right? That way it doesn't have to be a dad. Oh. There's dancer me? No, that's not it. I don't know. Whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
First practice. Dude, 1:30 to 3:30.
Oh, my God. I'm so glad I didn't sign up for this.
I smelt alcohol in the corner that I was standing in and realized it was me sweating. I'm like, so weird. Why does this? I mean, it's a bunch of minor. Why does this studio smell like alcohol? And then I wipe my brow. I'm like, oh, it's me. It's totally me. Yeah, no, your name was brought up. They were. I had the question asked by two people. Where is Martson? And I said, well, Martson is not here because there was no invitation. Not invitation, but just they didn't want to do it. All right.
Yeah.
So I said, we're down.
I left it up to McKenna, and she said, meh.
Hey,
and I went with meh.
No, I don't seek this out, right? It has always been, if the kids want me to do this, same as the Gingy roll. No one wants me to do that this year, so if you're around, it's yours. If you want it.
I
already asked Cooper.
I have voiced my opinion that this is what I want. I want this. I want to do this.
Well, then what I will do, even though I'm never there, I will be there in 2 weeks because we're not having the rehearsal this next Saturday, but it will be the following Saturday.
All right.
So I will clearly state I am bowing out. And Martson, you should reach out to him. I'm not going to say you're going to do it. I'm not going to say you're not going to do it, but I'll put the ball in their court.
I hope they reach out to me. I want that role so bad.
So I asked Cooper. He said, no, watch. I said, all right, then I'll keep my word from last year when I was backstage with Devery, and she said, this isn't your last one. I said, I think it is the last one. But I'll let Coop decide well, actually, I didn't even think it was a decision because technically it was not a Nutcracker year this year. It's supposed to be the other show, and they pulled an audible for reasons I think
we will never know.
I totally know.
Oh.
It's senior year for their two boys.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I mean,
yeah.
I haven't had – this wasn't spoken to me, but – just logistically, I mean, I've been there 18 years. I feel like I have a pretty damn good understanding of what, you know what I mean? So you have two main lead boys, and it's their senior year next year. And if you didn't do Nutcracker and you waited to the other year that you were supposed to do it, who would play all those parts? Right? I mean,
right.
You don't have a prince anymore. I mean, that's kind of it's a little bit of a role.
A little bit.
So I feel like this now buys them a year to do some recruiting to get some new ones in there because, I mean.
Otherwise, you're trying to get some girl to play a boy.
Yeah.
And
so that's my guess. Like I said, it's a guess. No one has spoken to me about this, nor should they, because I don't care what.
It's not your business.
I can barely keep track of my two businesses right now, but I feel like that's the plan. So I will state it for them, and like I said, I will not commit you. I will not take you out of the running. I will just say that.
Well, you took me out of the running last year.
Well,
so
yeah,
I'm just making sure you don't again.
No, I have no desire to do it again. I had a good run, so I will pass the bra to you, my friend.
Excellent. I think I will wash that bra thoroughly.
Oh yeah, you totally should. And it holds a flask per. I'll teach you all the all the little caveats to that part. You do have a reserved seat at Walter Mitty's when you show up in makeup.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing who wants to do my makeup for me because I know I can't do it.
No. Hopefully, what is that? I'm guessing Maddie will probably come back for it, even though it's her senior year. So if she does, I will nominate her services if you need it. But yeah, you are going to be missed on this dance. It was literally We were just down to a lot of dads. I don't want to sound. It was probably the biggest class I've ever seen at the studio.
So it was hot as hell in there.
Oh, buddy, we cracked the door open when we finally got a break halfway through. We found the door stopper and we kept it open, and all the new dads were like, "Oh, it's so much better in here." It was literally Derek Weaver. It was Weaves, it was Braden, and it was Jerry and myself. That was the only 4 vets that were. Well, I lied. There are more, but it's not part of our.
Our little food.
Our little clique. Let's be real. It's like high school cafeteria, just like any other. It's like that at Tapforia. It's like that at any other local bar, and at the dance studio. It's the same. You have the cliques. So it was just down to R4. So we went straight outside at break, propped the door open. It was funny to see how many other dads were like, "Oh shit, these guys must know what they're doing. Let's go outside and cool down."
Oh, by the way, there's a growler out here.
Oh, it was so funny. And my son was feeling under the weather, so he didn't even show up to practice one. So it was literally just me. So Maddie was there, and she's helping out with it. And I was like, "Yo, get over here. You're dancing with your old man." And she's like, "Well, I'm supposed to be helping." And I said, "You think by you helping in front is going to be more important with one-on-one private dance instruction with me? Trust me, bring it up with them. They're going to tell you, yeah, go dance with your dad. He needs more help than the average bear over here." So she came and danced with me, and it was funny. The whole reason I brought up this whole long roundabout story was there's a little kick line episode thing that happens. And I had a newer dad in front of me, because I went to my standard corner, right?
Yeah.
Back left, right by the door. So that way,
if it's cracked or open at all, you can cool down.
Yeah, and that's not where I'll be for the actual performance, but for in that studio, you got to be at least on the far left. Doesn't matter what row you're in, but you have to be on the left closest to the door. So I was doing the kick, and Madison's eyes got the size of dinner plates. She's like, "Dad, you got to watch what you're doing." I was like, "Why, dude? I thought my kicks were impressive." She's like, you're so close to those. The dad had 2 girls, and they were both small. And I was like, "Hon, I am so aware of my space when I'm dancing. I know everything around me."
Yeah. My body orientation is perfect.
Yes, I am in tuned with it. So, but yeah, no, she totally thought I was going to punt one of the poor girls right outside the door. So that sparked that whole long 10-minute story when we're talking about punting. That, yes, I apparently got close to kicking 2 small girls yesterday, which really sounds bad now that I said it out loud in a microphone on a podcast, but it didn't happen. All children are safe.
But you have more practices, so maybe that young dad should figure it out and be like, I as a newer dad with younger kids, we should be away from the older veteran ones that don't give a fuck.
Well, and it was funny. There's a scene that you do the jazz hands, right?
Oh.
So I'm singing a razzle dazzle while we're doing it, and apparently both girls would turn around and miss the next 8 count because they're like, "Who is this large man singing songs that's not the song? It's a Justin Timberlake song. There is no mention of razzle dazzle, but when I do my jazz fingers, I go in razzle dazzle mode." So Madison said I was a slight disruption to the first class, but luckily we had Andy and his lovely daughter next to us, and they were commenting on all the extra moves that I was putting into the dance.
Wow.
Well, there's 8 count.
Yeah.
I feel like you can get 9 moves or 10 moves in an 8 count. So Big Mike, I don't know to the amusement of the directors there, but I have a few extra moves that I've already implemented in the dance.
Weird that you've never done anything
So
like
when
that.
Cooper finally shows up to the second one, he's going to be like, "Oh, I'm never going to miss another class again."
You lost your opportunity to veto this.
Yep.
This is already established in the routine.
Yep.
You fucking deal with it, kid.
Dude, I told Kate it was about 6 o'clock last night. I rushed home. Her and I did some grocery shop and then did some dinner. And I was like, "Man, my right knee hurts." And she's like, "Why does it hurt?" I go, "Well, I jumped up in the air about 300 times. And she goes, was it part of the dance? And I said, well, there's not one jump in the dance so far, but I've jumped. There's like a pump up. You're supposed to pump your fists like that. Well, what do you do when you do that? I feel like you jump.
Jump.
So, no, needless to say, I might need to tone it back a little more because, my knees hurt yesterday just after the first.
I want you to show up to the next one with a knee brace and be like, I'm prepping this time.
Well, I did tell him afterwards. I was like, it was my bad. And as a veteran, I don't know why I'm going to admit this because it's going to make me sound like I don't know what I'm doing. But I did fuck up royally, and I wore jeans.
Oh, what the hell is wrong with you?
Well, I was already in jeans. It wasn't like I was just sitting around all afternoon waiting for class. I had to get the party bus ready for prom, right? I had to go to tap. There was all this shit that I did, and I realized
this time of year, if you know there's a potential that you have to go to the studio, you need to just keep a pair of shorts in your car.
I know. So no. I did scare our group of dance dads. I told them that I was going to try to wedge into some of my daughter's leggings next class, and they said if I showed up in leggings, they weren't staying. So I want to see if they're men of their word. I want to see.
Well, I mean, you remember this last summer where Braden Fell, Weaver, and we were all in those.
Your freaking matching outfits.
Yeah,
I was
sloth
so envious,
jumpers.
dude. Those were fucking killer.
Dude, I think you should go on Amazon and find yourself a nice little jumper to wear to the next one.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, it's 2 weeks out. I can totally get that here in time.
Yeah.
All right.
I think you need
You
a
get
jumper.
those from Amazon?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I just look for, adult male jumper, and there's kind of cool ones, kind of like legit ones, and then there's like, holy shit, yes.
No, that's actually a great idea.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to happen. So, all right. Thank you for bringing that up. I'm gonna
that way you don't have to try and cram into some tight pants that'll be super inappropriate with little kids around.
Well, and it's going to cost me more doing that because then Madison's going to make me replace the leggings that I destroy.
Yeah.
So I'm buying something regardless. I feel like the romper is probably the cheaper of the two.
Yep.
So, all right, actually, you know what? While we're sitting here drinking bourbon,
yeah, there you go.
I might pull up the Amazon app as we speak and start my shopping.
Novelty male rompers. Yeah, my Amazon search, I'm glad I don't scroll through that and take a look at what's going on because I'm pretty sure there's some fucked up shit in there.
Oh man, this one I could kill two birds with one stone. I could not only wear it to class, but is that not the best 4th of July one?
Hell yes.
If
that's pretty solid.
If that doesn't scream America, I don't know what does.
That's pretty solid.
Does it make it in hefty size? Oh yeah, they go up to double XL.
Oh yeah, and I would do a double XL because they're like regularly a little short, top to bottom.
All right.
So there was a little bit of moose knuckle going on for me last summer.
All right. Well, sweet. Look at that. I'm getting shit done. I'm totally gonna get one.
Yes.
That will be its maiden voyage. See if as long as I don't rip it or something happens to it, that's gonna be the 4th of July. Hell, it might even be here ready for Memorial Day.
I think I need to see if we can get custom rompers made.
Oh my, could you imagine?
Whiskey and wine rompers.
Oh my lord.
Like just a big ass logo, maybe our faces on there a little bit. I mean, god damn. This is great. More stupid shit to spend money on.
Well.
If anybody wants to help us make a whiskey and wine romper, you let me know.
Yeah, hit us up.
Yep. Dude, these pros are still fucking up on this golf course. I'm seeing more and more of these guys going into the little bunkers there. So I'm happy with that. Oh.
Right. See how the rest of us feels.
Just a lot of God damn it. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you know what's going through his mind right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, like I said, I don't.
Oh, see, looking at the water like that. Where's this ball going if it's you or me? right into the fucking water.
That's
Oh, he pulled an us.
look. He even said, he goes, "Fucking Mike and Alex." Holy shit, Scott! He literally from the rough.
There's a
to the
trap.
bunker.
There's a trap in front of the green, and then water behind the green, and he just didn't give it enough, and it went right into the trap. That is absolutely an Alex and Mike
That's
move.
so funny. That is so funny.
Oh God. Oh, Schadenfreude.
What are you thinking of this bourbon?
It's very sweet.
Yeah. I was hoping that it was going to. A little of the sweetness was going to dissipate. I don't know if it has.
I mean, yeah, I get a little bit more heat now that it's, been in the glass for a hot minute, but it's still only a 90 proof. It's still very sweet. I don't know a ton about their distillation process or aging process.
How long? So the bottle says established. I think that says.
You forgot your readers.
Well, I can't tell if that's a 3 or a 1, so I'm trying to read it like Braille, and that's not even working. So it's new. I know you said they purchased a distillery. I wonder if that year is when the winery was established, or if this was when the.
I mean, the whiskey's new in the last 5 years. So,
hey, you know what? They get a point for. I like the bottle.
Damn.
I love when people are, entrepreneurship.
Yeah. Trying new shit.
Yeah.
Giving it a go. I mean, you and I aren't making any bourbon or whiskey right now, so
No.
we can't really throw that much shade.
No.
But I don't know. For me, it's very sweet. And this was the best one out of the 4 that we tried.
If he goes in the water here, I'm going to lose it.
Oh my God. Watch it roll. Oh, no. Oh, okay. No, he's all right. He's all right. Go rough to bunker to water.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, yep, you're absolutely one of us now. One of us. One
That's
of
right.
us. Join our pain circle.
Oh, my God. We're going to have talking about all this golf since we've been talking about it since we need to. I think it comes out in June.
Happy Gilmore, too.
We might have to record during a viewing of at least some of it.
Dude, we could do a 2-part episode if we need to.
I'm not going to lie. Sequels, I watch them, right? The family, we're already trying to map out, trying to get all of our schedules in line for Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Comes out Thursday. We have stuff Friday. Coop's going to the beach all weekend, so we're down him. So it's like, I don't know when we're going to. We either have to go opening night on Thursday, which I don't want to do, but the fact that that's probably the only night that we're all together, it might be what we do. But sequel, I don't know. I'm in a love-hate relationship with sequel. I have never been more pumped for a sequel than this, because I know there's so many things that they've kept secret.
Yes.
Right? They've released some stuff,
Tiger's in it,
dude,
but you haven't seen one
they have
peek of him.
They've shown Travis Kelce's cameo. They've shown all these other little cameos. But from my understanding, everyone keeps hearing the same thing that I talked to, that Woods is Chubb's son.
Yes.
Right? And if that is true, it's going to be fucking grand.
Oh, my God. I need this to be a thing. When it comes out, I think you and I we could do a 2-part episode just watching Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, because it's not going to be more than probably about an hour and 40.
Yep.
The only thing I'm bummed about is that it's Netflix exclusive, because I only go to the movie theater maybe once every 3 years.
Yeah. Well, we could do it downstairs on that theater screen.
All right. It's just, I feel like this is a movie, at least for me, I want to be with other people, right? that you can laugh, right?
Yep.
Half the theaters had a few drink. The other half's probably on some edibles. Like I feel like
I mean, that could be the same here. You never know.
But you know what I mean? I just feel like
Yeah.
this movie has theater written all over. And hey, good for Netflix. So they're fucking printing money.
Yeah,
so
they are.
The fact that they shored this up and negotiated and it's gonna probably be their record-breaking movie, I would assume.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
It's
good on them. I'm like, oh, it would have been so freaking badass to be in a theater with a few hundred other people, right? And just laughing up a freaking storm.
Yeah.
And watching reaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Feeding off the crowd. So I'm a little bummed about that. But hey, like you said.
Avengers Endgame. That was fantastic to watch in a theater because everybody, you know, Cap picks up the hammer and it's just like,
yeah.
holy shit, this is so cool and everything else. But Happy Gilmore 2, it was, I mean, I think that movie really took off because DVDs were really a thing. And so one person would buy the DVD in you know, like your living situation, and then it would just be in there all the time. That Tommy Boy, you know, just
dude,
just
all of those.
Anchorman, that shit, like all those classics where you would just be like, I'm so drunk right now. Let's just turn on a movie and eat some wings.
Yep.
Yes, let's do that.
No, man, we grew up in a good era.
Yeah, we did.
Because all of those things, man, like you said, Chris Farley, man, shit, he left us way too young.
Oh my god!
Could you imagine if he was still around?
See, but it's one of those things where I fear that it'd be like, don't watch your heroes grow old.
Yeah.
Because like John Candy was on top of it and he was awesome, but by the time he did like Canadian Bacon, I felt like he was starting to get overused in the same role over and over again. So, I mean, it's not like he was going to turn to like serious acting, like he was going to be in The Departed or something.
Well, let's be real too. Love Adam Sandler, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when he first signed that exclusive Netflix deal years and years and years ago, dude, there was a lot of stuff that just they tried to make. There was that one. What was the Jewel one?
Ice. Something.
What the hell was it? That one
about
was
the diamonds.
Yes,
and
Kevin Garnett was in it.
Yeah, it was fucking awful.
Yes, the only one that I really liked, the serious one, was when he was the basketball scout.
Yeah, that one was okay.
That one was pretty good.
What was the one where he was in space?
Yeah, see, there was a hot minute there that I just couldn't muster up enough even energy to turn on.
I've seen a few
stuff.
clips of like that one, and even that, I'm like, I think I'm good. I'm good. I don't need more than that.
So, man, I just pray that
I hope he just got to do what he does best,
Yes,
which is just goofy fucking comedy.
Because let's be real, everyone that watched the original Happy Gilmore, you knew that it wasn't going to be winning
Yep.
a fucking Oscar.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's still probably one of my top 10 favorite
Bob
movies.
Barker kicking the fuck out of him. I mean, just
I know.
thump, 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 thump. Like, oh God, I love that.
I know. I hope so. See, there's another guy. Unfortunately, he's passed away since the first one. Do they bring back the new host of The Price is Right?
No, you can't. Drew Carey out there. Fuck that. No, you gotta get somebody else out there who's like, who you would normally think like. Remember when Martha Stewart went bad on us? That kind of a thing. Like you need somebody who has like this clean cut image, and then they get up there and they're like, "I'm gonna punch you in the balls, Gilmore."
Oh man. Yeah, no, there's a lot of original cast members, man. Chubbs.
Yeah.
Barker.
Yep.
His mom. Like, I hope they bring Ben Stiller. Actually, I think I saw him in one of the trailers.
Oh,
I think
good.
he's back, right? Because that was when
Yep.
he ran that the old fogey home. My fingers hurt. Well, your back's gonna hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty. Oh, I hope they do it justice. Dude, I might cry. I am so, like I said, I don't get this pumped up for movies ever. I am so looking forward to this one. So
Yep.
if it's not even half of what I might, dude, I might cry. And it's going to be live on podcast if we end up doing a happy, or we're going to just have
a happy ending. We're going to call that one happy ending.
So, all right, that might be a good idea. We'll do a watch party.
All right,
we'll
fair.
wait. We'll wait for people a few weeks that way
Yeah.
everyone can watch it. So
Yep.
I don't want to ruin anything for anyone, right?
Yep.
But yeah, no, that might be fun coming up here and just pounding some bourbon and
And giggling at Sandler. Yeah, all right. I'm in for that.
All right, there
Fuck
we go.
yeah.
look at us planning.
We should sell tickets to that.
Is that going to be on the pay-per-view edition?
Want to join Mike and Alex for watching Happy
Yeah.
Gilmore
A
2
viewing
live?
party.
Only 2 tickets available. You know what the best price is.
That's right. We're not going to state a price. You have to.
You need to
make
bid.
an offer.
You make a bid. Oh, I don't know. What do you think of the Brown?
Well,
Good for a tiring day.
exactly.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. Like I said, I knew nothing about it, right? I
Yeah.
haven't been to Spokane for, Jesus, I'm sorry,
Walla
Walla
Walla.
Walla. I haven't even been up there. I mean, it's been forever, so I probably wouldn't have known anything about it. If I would have saw it on the shelf, I don't know if I would have grabbed it to read about it. Unfortunately, when I'm usually going into a liquor store, it's an in and out venture. Besides looking on the shelves to see, is there any of those cool things that just happen to be waiting for me to buy? But
Yeah.
I'm not usually there doing a lot of R&D and reading. It's like quick scan, grab something and go. It's good. It's good for it's good for a little Sunday chatting on the mic, watching these guys play golf like we do.
Yep. I mean, they're still all under par,
Yeah, I
so
know.
I mean, it's not
Besides
quite like
that.
we do. But the little square around the 4, that's a good score for me.
Yeah.
If I shoot bogey golf, I'm happy.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know. So Brown Reserve Bourbon Whiskey, just 4-year-old, so not super old. Not readily available all over the place, but you can get a hold of it if you want.
If you tend to go on the sweeter side,
Yep,
this could be right up your
about
alley.
$65.
Okay.
So it's in like the higher tier, but not like ridiculous tier. I don't know. For me, I think I'm gonna give it a gold.
Okay.
It's not something that I'm gonna purchase on the regular, but it's kind of fun to have in the pantheon of things to hand to people. So.
All right. Well, shit. There you go. So,
Yeah.
see, I'm teetering. I was going in between high silver and gold. I think, you know what? We're going to make it easy. They're going to get bumped up a level
Oh.
based on the fact they're still new. I do
Yeah.
like their bottle.
Yeah.
It's something different. I mean, look on the shelf. How many I don't even know what you would call that stand. I always call it a wine bottle, right?
Yeah.
How many is just standard bottles,
necked
right?
bottle.
Yep. I do like it.
Yep.
It's a little too sweet.
Yeah.
We could go crazy and try it in our glass, our custom cupware over there. And
Yeah, our
see if-
whiskey grails.
Yeah, good old whiskey grill, and see what it does. I'm guessing it's going to do to it what it's done to so far everything that we've consumed in it.
And just fuck us up.
But no, I think, you know what? I think that they're deserving. I like what they're doing. They're new in the game. And gold, I think, is freaking solid right there in the middle.
Sweet. All right.
Oh,
Gold it is.
Oh, look at that guy.
Oh, no. Didn't take anybody out, but
The guy fell on his own accord. He got scared. Saw that
if
shit
Bryson's hitting at you, are you jumping? Yeah, you're jumping.
I'm jumping into it because I want a signed glove.
Just put me on your YouTube channel,
That's
Bryson.
right. Do you mind putting on this whiskey and wine hat for a quick for a quick photo op.
You and I are just going to every tournament he's at from now on, like trying to lean over the ropes
Seriously.
to get pegged by something.
We push each other into the ball. Oh, my neck and my back.
No, I don't want to sign glove. I want you on my podcast.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, so Bryson, if you just like for shits and giggles want to come on our podcast, you just let us know.
Yeah, we can't afford sponsorship, but
Yeah.
if you want to come and drink a little bourbon, and we could have we'll set up a little putt competition in here.
Yep. We could do that, or we could just drink and tell stories.
That's it. We'll go with that.
Yeah. Well, shit, thank you guys for listening this week. So, little brown reserve bourbon whiskey getting the gold this week.
Yep.
And back in the studio in our comfy chairs, we're able to get through an entire episode in a reasonable, comfortable manner. Oh, thank God.
Recliners.
If we ever do a live show, we're just going to have recliners.
Yep.
Hey, can you not chew? No, don't chew on that. Thank you. Fuck. Puppy's finding every cable that's loose over here. Like, all of a sudden, my mic goes dead. And we're done. Well, remember to follow us on Instagram. Check out the website. There's some merch there for sale. If you want more puppy pictures, let us know. I'll just do puppy pictures instead of pictures of Mike and I.
Oh, yeah, we'll get more clicks.
Yeah. We'll just whiskey and wine with Louie.
That's it.
All you're going to hear is... All right, guys. Thanks for listening this week.
Heck yeah, appreciate it.
This episode of the Whiskey and Wine Podcast is sponsored by Portland Party Bus, Portland's original party bus company, where the ride becomes the party. PDX Party Bus pricing is all inclusive. This means all the hourly rates include all fees and mileage. No surprise charges at the end of your party, just professional staff and a party all along the way. Visit them at pdxpartybus.com and plan your next wine tasting, birthday party, or just a great weekend. pdxpartybus.com.